What's going on, guys? Welcome to the newest episode of On the Go podcast. I'm one of the hosts, Jimmy, and I'm here with my boy Ezra and Tyler. Chris could not be here today, but we got it popping. What's going on, fellas?
What's good, everybody? What's good, fellas? How was y'all's day?
My day was straight, bro. I can't complain. What about you, E?
It was pretty good, man. Just got back from Nashville, so I'm a little jet lagged, but I'm happy to be home. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. Cool deal. How was your day, Tyler?
Oh man, after that beat down I took last night, flag football, man, it was all right.
Man,
Oh no,
We got
man!
beat down, man.
what was the
Not in the
score?
season opener.
Season opener, it was a beat down. I don't even want to say the score because everybody gonna think I'm a trash coach. So hey, just we got beat down. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Oh man,
Come on, man.
Tyler, are you on the hot seat, man?
No, not at all. I might be on the hot seat for the fall season, but the spring season, hey, it's all good.
Okay. They gonna let you ride it out for this session.
Yeah.
Man, I'll be damned, bro. Well, Tyler, hopefully next week y'all can bounce back, bro. Oh, y'all play this week.
Hey, we got a back to back next week, so yeah, hopefully we can win both and be over 500 and not 0-3 or 1-2. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Over 500, 2-1.
Tyler said he can't say the score because people gonna judge him.
Right, because people gonna think he a trash coach. But Tyler,
I can't, bro.
if it makes you feel any better, let's say your team does go 1-2. You won't be the only team out there that's 1-2 because right now the Bengals are 1-2, my guy, and they actually play the Miami Dolphins tonight. I know we're recording this before, but you know what I'm saying. Y'all gonna hear this tomorrow. So they play the
Right.
Miami Dolphins tonight. What do you see, man? What do you see happening in that game, Tyler? A fellow 1-2 coach. What do you see?
I see, like we've been harping on, previous episodes. I see if the Bengals offensive line don't play well, Miami's defense is gonna have a field day, and I could see some defensive scores from Miami and sacks on Burrow and a win from Miami. That's all, in my opinion. That's all it comes down to. Can the Bengals offensive line hold up against Miami's defensive line?
Damn, what about you, E?
I mean, I think Tyler's right on it, right? I think it comes down to, can the Bengals offense get going and, you know, be able to beat out one of the only undefeated teams left in the league. I mean, Miami's look really good. Um, coming off a good win against Buffalo. I think, to watch out there is that, Tua is hurt. It looks like he's dealing with a back and an ankle issue. So, you know, is Tua going to be 100% effective going into this game on a Thursday night? Somebody, I saw this on Twitter, and this is off the beat, but somebody was saying, let's just do a doubleheader on Monday night instead of these Thursday night games. And I didn't think that was a bad idea.
I like the way that sounds.
I
I'm not
see.
gonna stunt.
Yeah, I like that. I could roll with that one.
Right. So, but back to the point. I think for Cincinnati, this is a game where they can kind of let everybody know they back. Is this game in Miami or is this in Cincinnati?
No, this thing is Cincy. This bad boy is in Cincy.
Yeah, I like Cincy in this game. Man. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if they lose, but I think this is a perfect opportunity for the Bengals to kind of get back on track and make a statement themselves. Miami made a statement last week. I can see the Bengals doing the same thing here this week, making a statement.
I agree, man. Oh, go ahead, T.
Not one last thing, but speaking of Tua, his official game status is questionable for tomorrow, or today. So if he plays, obviously that's good for Miami. But if he doesn't, the Bengals may have a chance, and it comes down to, like we said, Miami's defense winning the game for him.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And if you questionable going into Thursday night, you are a true toss-up.
100%.
True Game Thompson.
That's like a
Game time
pregame
decision.
warm-up decision.
Right. No, the Sunday game,
That's
you would probably
different.
know something about Thursday or Friday, but yeah, that's a true toss up.
We're
But
less than 24 hours away, by the way.
but here's the thing: you got Teddy Bridgewater, who's the backup.
That is
Uh,
right. I forgot about that. That's
do
right.
are you as concerned if Tua can't play?
I'm gonna tell you right. Let me tell you something right now.
Oh,
If Teddy Bridgewater plays, it's gonna be bridge under the water under the bridge, because the Bengals gonna stump them boys out. I promise you. I promise you right now. On my mama. If Teddy
Hey,
Bridgewater get on that field with them gloves on both of his hands, it's over.
hey man, you coming from a place of
uh,
somewhere? I'm trying to figure out.
It's over. It
yeah.
ain't ready, bro. Look, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. You
Dang,
gotta
Jimmy.
understand. You gotta understand now, man. Look, I've seen Teddy Bridgewater with the Panthers. I've seen him with the Saints. I don't need to see him no more. I don't. I don't need to see him no more, man. I'm rooting for the brother. By all means, get your money on the bench. Do that. But do not step on this field again. Don't do it. Because
Hey,
I promise you.
he was really good
If
for the Suns.
Mark my words, if Teddy
Yeah,
Bridgewater play tonight, the Eagles gonna be the last undefeated team in the NFL.
wow.
Oh man, that's hot,
So
man.
so so Jimmy, are you putting your bet in before a couple hours before the game when all that's official? Are you putting it in hours before the game?
Well, the
Because it
thing,
sounds like if Tua plays, you might be all in on Miami. If Teddy plays, you just say you all in on Cincy.
and that's the thing, man. That's why I'm all in. If Teddy play, I'm all in on Cincinnati because of one thing. Cincinnati gonna have the better quarterback, which they're gonna have it whether Tua plays or not. But the one thing for me, I'm not even looking at Joe Burrow in this game. I'm looking at the X factor. Joe Mixon got to get going. He is overdue. He overdue. And I know they're playing a really good defense, but it's a short week. They coming off of a big win. They trying to get to 500. Man, I'm telling you, this is prime real estate for and they at home. Prime real estate for the Bengals to have a big game in the rushing on the rushing attack. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Simplified, And Miami's not a
I
team that
hear you.
runs the ball well. I think between Chase Edmonds and Mostert, they got maybe 150 rushing yards on the season.
This is the question that I got for both of y'all regarding this game. What's the over under of Tyreek Hill having over 100 yards on Eli Apple tonight?
The
I
over,
can't bet Georgia, but up, and that's with whoever's the quarterback.
the punter could be playing quarterback. Eli Apple is getting burnt. I
Man,
promise you.
look, let me tell you something about Tyreek Hill. And I don't know how many years ago this was, but Tyreek Hill did the same thing to Jalen Ramsey. He called him out because Jalen Ramsey had said something about Tyreek Hill is just a punt returner or something like that. And Tyreek went off in that game.
Was
Like,
that the game that Monday night that they put up like 100 something points combined?
I'm not sure, but I think it was when Ramsey was still with the Jags.
Oh, he's with the Jags. Okay.
And yeah, he called that man like a really good punt returner or something like that. And Tyreek Hill went off on his ass. Like, had a good
That's
game.
disrespectful.
Yeah. So Tyreek Hill yesterday or Monday was like, "Oh, we playing the Bengals? Yeah, Eli Apple, I own you. Like, I'm coming for that ass."
Damn.
So yeah, give
That
me
is
give me the over.
It's like that. It's like that on site.
Yeah, unless he get hurt, like give give me the over.
Man. God dog, bro. So, man, look, let me I kind of want to transition into some not so good news. It came out today that Chargers star linebacker or defensive end Joey Bosa, he's actually going to be going to IR. He's having surgery. He got hurt. It is Joey, right? Joey is the one on the Chargers. I know they got like
Yeah, and
got
Nick is
500.
on the
yeah.
Yeah,
Niners.
the Niners, right? So yeah, Joey Bosa gonna be on IR. I don't know for how long, but usually when you head to IR after surgery, either a good chunk of the season or you ain't coming back till after the playoffs or during the
I think it's
playoffs.
a minimum
What's the injury?
4 weeks.
Minimum 4 weeks?
But, like you said, he could be out
Could
there
be.
longer, out longer.
Yep. And not to get too far off
What's the
topic.
injury?
He's having surgery on his groin.
Ooh. Yeah, that's tough.
That's tough.
Yeah. And then they lost their tackle, Slater, for the season. Rashawn Slater out for the season. Their left tackle.
Chargers are a banged up team right now, for being honest.
Hell yeah. You got Herbert. Jalen
Yeah.
Guyton's out for the year. Yeah, they in some serious pain.
Yeah.
James was talking about pain all over. They literally got pain all over.
Bro, speaking of Jameis, apparently he's aiming to play this week. How y'all feel about that?
If he plays, he should not practice at all this week.
He didn't. He skipped practice today. He did skip
I
practice.
know,
today.
but they were also saying that he might play. I mean, he might practice tomorrow, which I disagree with. Just at this point, you would think Jameis knows the playbook. He knows what to do. Just let Taysom and Dandy Dalton take the snaps. But I don't know. Maybe they're in make-believe. Maybe the doctors know something we don't. But they're acting like Jameis just has a sore thumb or something. Like he ain't got this serious injury that he has right now. Not only his ankle, but he got the back issue.
How much is that attributing to his play?
A lot. Hey, it is. It's definitely affecting him. He can't move. I seen him trying to scramble, try to get away from a defender this past Sunday, and he got sacked. He was hurting. You can tell.
And that's the thing. It's not like we got this terrible backup quarterback that we didn't pay in the offseason. We literally paid Andy Dalton to come in a situation like this
and be your Cooper Rush.
Yeah, and it's like I don't even think they're considering that at this point.
I only bring that up because I see too many Saints fans. They was hyped about Jameis heading into the season. Now he's been kind of playing on and off, and now everybody's like, we got to get rid of Jameis. He trash. He this and that. And I'm just like, too many people are just disregarding this guy's injury and what he's battling through right now.
Hey, I'll be the first one to say, and I'm sure Ezra will probably agree with me on this. I haven't given up on it. It's just I've given up the fact that we need to really address how injured he is and let Andy play and let Jameis get healthy. I haven't given up on him because healthy, we know what happened. We know what he did last season, and that's coming at some point this season, but he got to get healthy first. So no,
right.
Have not given up on him fully. I was investing in Jameis when he signed with the Saints because I knew it was a lot more stable situation for him than what he was dealing with in Tampa. So, and I know what he could do. The man threw for over 5,000 yards and 30 touchdowns. To do that, you're not trash if you're doing that,
No.
And he was doing that half blind. So come on.
Facts.
Right. Yeah.
Man. So we're just gonna keep praying for Jameis, and we're gonna keep praying for the Saints. There's no hope out here for the Panthers. I know we won last week, but it was fool's gold. But guys, we gotta touch on something like a serious issue because Tyler had brought it up to me before we started recording. But just want to send our condolences and prayers and wishes to all the families and people in Florida that's being affected by Hurricane Ian right now. I'm sure that's something that's gonna be persistent and that they're gonna have to deal with far beyond just this week. But in terms of sports, it looks like it's gonna be affecting the Bucks and Chiefs game. Right now, it's slated that they were supposed to play in Tampa, but that game is 9 times out of 10 getting moved to Minnesota. So, with that being said, guys, who do y'all see this affecting more, the Bucks or the Chiefs?
Well, the answer is the Bucks, right? But if Todd Bowles needs some advice on how to handle that situation, just call Sean Payton and he can tell you how to
win a Super Bowl.
Well, yeah, but last year I forgot the name of the storm that came through in Louisiana.
Oh yeah.
And the Saints had to go play their opener in Jacksonville against Green Bay.
Correct.
And you would have thought that the Saints were playing in
New Orleans,
Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge.
Right.
Like they blew them out. So obviously, I think it affects Tampa more because you're losing a home game, and you went from being able to stay in Tampa to now you got to go travel.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other side of it with Tampa, you can look at it like, hey, this is adversity. We can use this to our advantage. The only thing is, it's kind of hard to try to accomplish a goal when you're playing the Kansas City Chiefs, and they're coming off a bad loss.
Right.
So, how hungry are the Chiefs going to be? And I'm sure it's a much shorter trip for them, up there. I'm not looking at a map right now, so I don't know how far of a flight it is. But I'm sure it's a much shorter trip there than it would be to go to Florida.
I agree. What about you, T?
Yeah, I would definitely say Tampa. I mean, those guys probably got, family for sure, friends on the mind, and back home, and trying to have that on one side of your brain, and then also trying to prepare for a football game. That's tough. So definitely Tampa. But they're a veteran squad, and I think that the vets in that locker room plus the coaching staff will have them ready regardless of where they play.
I agree. I'm 100% in accordance with that, man. One thing I do want to say is like Ezra said, the Chiefs are coming off a loss from last week, but so are the Bucs, right? The Bucs were actually at home and lost to the Packers, really in heartbreaking fashion because they pretty much battled their way back, just didn't get that 2-point conversion. These two teams, they don't really lose two games back to back, so I'm really excited to see what they do. But for me in this game, I feel like Mahomes is gonna outduel Brady. I know it's gonna come down to who's gonna make a play, but Mahomes and them going against a good defense, but I feel like just Mahomes is gonna be an equalizer. He's gonna be able to do those things that we are accustomed to Patrick Mahomes doing, and he hasn't really had that type of game in a while, actually.
And a Super Bowl rematch.
True.
I think this is the first time they played since lost
that Super Bowl. Yeah.
So that's another fact that weighs into it, especially for Mahomes in Kansas City. Because I'm sure there's a good majority of those guys that in that Super Bowl still on that team.
I agree.
Both ways.
And if I'm not mistaken, bro, so we got two black offensive coordinators going head to head. When's the last time have we ever seen that in an NFL game?
That's a good question.
I really haven't. Even though Patrick Mahomes and Eric Bieniemy was beefed out last week, I still feel like they could come together this weekend and do something special.
Yeah, you saw what Shady said about him?
Yeah, he's like he don't know how to call no plays. Like he ain't got no plays or nothing like that.
Yeah,
it's like, but he's so successful. Eric Bieniemy is so successful.
Yeah, but something about that, him not getting the job yet, that's telling.
Yeah, something's off.
Something off. It says more about him.
True that.
But is it him or is it the team?
Yeah, it might be him.
Like, is it him trying to find a team to take over, or is it just the fact that these teams don't want to, quote unquote, take a chance on him?
It's kind of like, like an interview, right? Like, if you've ever been a manager, right? You look at somebody's resume, you're about to interview, and you're like, wow, this is a great resume. They have impressive work experience. Like, I really can't wait to get to know this person. And then you get in the interview and you're like, wow, that was terrible. I'm not hiring this person. And I think,
That could be the
unfortunately
case.
for Bieniemy, that might be the case. Is like you look at
But
his resume is, the last few years in the Chiefs offense, right? Ever since Matt Nagy left and went to Chicago. So you're looking at what, 4 years of a successful top 5 offense, the development of Mahomes, and then I guess he gets in there and starts talking about his accomplishments, and people are just like,
How much of that is Mahomes? How much of that is you?
how much of it is Andy Reid?
True
Are you
that.
just
That
a
is
puppet?
true.
You
That
know?
is true.
So
It was kind of disrespectful to Andy Reid too, though, right?
at the end of the day, whether he gets
well, what you mean by disrespectful? Because Andy Reid's had a lot of assistants get head coaching jobs.
That is true. That is true.
So I think it's one of those things like people looking at you like, well, what's wrong with you? Like, I'm sure we could, I'll pull it up real quick and look at Andy Reid's coaching tree, but he's had a lot of people hired. I don't know if they've been good coaches or not.
but at the end of the day, whether the brother gets a head coaching job or not, he's still in a great situation in Kansas City. He has a top 5 quarterback, a head coach that's been to and won multiple Super Bowls, and the team just keep putting pieces everywhere and winning.
That's real.
Yo, this is an impressive coaching tree. Wow.
What you got?
Man, let me load this one up here. This is impressive. Okay. These are current coaches. Sean McDermott, head coach of the Buffalo Bills. John Harbaugh, head coach of the Ravens.
Damn.
Matt Nagy, who we've already talked about enough.
Yeah, po him.
Doug Peterson.
Ooh.
Ron Rivera.
Ooh.
Todd Bowles. Pat Shurmur. Not a great head coach, offensive coordinator guy.
Lemon.
Leslie Frazier, good defensive
coach, yeah.
Steve Spagnuolo, who has been a head coach. He's currently the defensive coordinator. Brad Childress, who had a decent career as a coach. That's a pretty impressive coaching tree.
You named like 3 or 4 coaches that have Super Bowls without Andy Reid, after him. Him. So that's dope. And a couple more of them actually took teams to Super Bowls as head coaches. So that's super impressive.
And one is on the come up to take his team to the Super Bowl.
McDermott.
Yeah. That's pretty impressive. I mean, like you said, a lot of these coaches either won a Super Bowl or have made it to the Super Bowl, because Rivera's made it. Doug Peterson's won one. Obviously, Harbaugh's won one.
That's
Bowles
super impressive.
Is the coach of Tampa now. So, yeah.
Damn.
I knew Harbaugh was on there, but I knew those other guys are. So
I didn't know they all came from.
The problem.
Yeah, maybe he's the problem. I didn't know his tree was that deep. You know what I'm saying? Definitely more impressive than Belichick. I mean, let me just throw that out there. So, you're definitely a little bit more.
I'm about to look because I have no idea. So I'm about to look.
Mike Vrabel, Titans head coach.
If Mike Vrabel's your best one, then yeah, Andy Reid's gonna win this one.
Ezra did say the Titans never had a window, but then he reiterated and said it was closed. So,
I mean, yeah, they had a window, like it was illustrated, right? But
it wasn't nothing to write home about.
Yeah, we knew they weren't winning anything, like we knew this. Okay, Bill Belichick's coaching tree. And the article starts off by saying, "Beware, this isn't a pretty list." So here we go.
You can just end it right there. You don't even have to read it.
I'm scared right now.
If that's how it starts.
All right, Joe Judge, who just got fired.
Oh Lord.
Matt Patricia, not good.
That's the
Romeo
one I was
Cornell,
thinking about.
Yeah, Romeo Cornell. Yeah, I got
Josh
Ooh.
McDaniels,
you.
Eric Mangini. Wasn't good. I don't even know who this is. Al Groh, whoever that is.
I don't know who that is. He came and went. Then I don't know who that is.
He literally coached one season with the Jets. So, Nick Saban, college wise.
College wise, yeah.
Successful.
Brian Flores
That's about the only good coach.
and Bill O'Brien.
Damn.
So that's
Andy
it.
Reid
College
definitely got the
successful.
GOAT. Andy Reid got the GOAT coaching tree.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think Dungy's
I take
got
that
a
back.
good one.
I think Bill Parcells might have the best coaching tree.
Are we really about to do this to end the show? I'm here for it.
I'm here for it, bro. We got
All
like
right,
4 minutes
let's
left.
Bill Parcells. Okay.
Oh God.
I know his coaching tree includes Sean Payton. Which,
I know.
Obviously.
Bill Parcells got the GOAT coaching tree. If I'm not mistaken, Belichick was part of his coaching tree too.
Yes.
Who is?
Belichick being part of Bill Parcells' coaching
So
tree.
Bill Belichick is. So Bill Belichick, Sean Payton, Tom Coughlin, Todd Bowles, who I guess falls under here, Mike Zimmer, Anthony Lynn, who I thought was a good head coach.
He was. Chargers just being the Chargers.
Yeah.
Always hurt.
Romeo Cornell, Todd Haley. I don't know who this guy is, but his name's Ray Handley.
Never heard of him.
And Tony Sperano, who had a good run with Miami.
With Miami, yeah. He just sounded like he coached Miami.
Damn, yeah. Parcells might be goated because you got Bill Belichick, and Sean Payton, and Tom Coughlin.
That's over 12 Super Bowls right there.
Yeah, that's extensive. Okay,
Yeah.
so Bill Parcells, I think we can all agree is in the lead, and I had said Tony Dungy, which I think Dungy has.
Oh yeah, true that.
Mike Tomlin.
Damn, I forgot about Tony Dungy. Damn.
Okay, so let's look, shall we? Herm Edwards,
Who's visiting to
Rod
get kicked out of
Marinelli,
college?
Lovie Smith, Jim Caldwell, Mike Tomlin, Leslie Frazier.
Isn't Leslie Frazier black?
Oh man. Yeah.
You just named like a whole bunch of black coaches. Why is
they all black?
Tony is doing his job.
He doing his job. He looking out for the brothers because nobody else is.
And Frank Wright. That's really it.
Hey, Frank Wright's a pretty good coach though. Let's be honest.
Yeah, he still got a job for now.
His team's staying hurt too, though, man. The Colts. I don't know what's going on with the Colts right now, bro.
They don't have good. I mean, I like Frank Wright. Obviously he was the coordinator for the Eagles when they won the Super Bowl, but I don't think he's coached this team that well this season. Like to think he's got a good offensive mind. Like, that offense has not looked good this year, but I don't know if it's Matt Ryan not playing well or what.
It's a lack of skilled weapons. I mean, they're down to like two wide receivers got hurt, and now they're pulling people off a practice squad. Like that should say something about their player personnel.
There you go.
So I don't want to put it completely on him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But I wouldn't say his. I mean, he might be on the hot seat by the end of the year, but
maybe.
I don't know. Doug Peterson's just a really good coach, and you see that with the Jaguars.
Yep, man. So look, man, I don't want to beat this horse dead any further, but this was a great show. Can't wait to hop on tomorrow. I definitely want to talk some NBA tomorrow because preseason actually starts this Friday. So
yes, and we got to talk about your Lakers and how they are gonna work with Pat Bev.
I cannot wait.
Man. I can't wait for that one.
I'm telling y'all, I'm about to be unbearable this season, bro. I promise you. I'm telling you. Just get ready.
Hey,
just get ready.
And like I said, there will be no Pelican slander on this pod because them boys they about to expose one. That's all I'm gonna say. And if they don't, there's no slander.
I got you. Well, guys, it was a great one. I love you all. I'll catch y'all in the next one. We are out. Peace.